Hello. If you're just tuning in, we're going to do some restorative today as a special little treat. So if you need a moment to go grab, if you need some pillows or blankets or anything that you can use just to build a few props, see what you can find around your house. I'll give you a second and then we'll get started here in just a moment. I'm going to grab maybe one more thing. Okay. All right. Good morning. Good afternoon. Whenever you're taking this class, I guess. Oh, here comes my dog. This is going to be a little special edition of Big Stretchy Nap, which is a class that I've taught since the beginning of teaching yoga for me, and it's a restorative class. So that means that you get to just fully 100% relax and enjoy yourself. In restorative yoga, we use lots of propping, so lots of ways to get the body really fully supported so that you don't have to do any work and that you can 100% give yourself a little time to restore. So I know that for every person out there that's groaning right now, there's probably the same amount of people that are like, yes, restorative. And it goes the other way too. You know, the restorative people put up with us doing a bunch of flow classes all week. So this one goes out to my restorative friends who I miss seeing, and I hope you enjoy. If you've got a nice, calm playlist to put on, go for it, or turn your radio to a jazz station or something relaxing. And then we're going to get started. This is my dog, Babe, if you haven't met her yet. She's a big fan of my socks, so she'll probably prance these around a few times for you to see. Anyway, she also likes restorative yoga. So that's how we're going to get things going this morning. And we're going to begin in a restorative fish pose. So you want to find a big cushion, something like I just pulled a couch cushion off. If that's not doable, maybe stack a few pillows up. And I'm going to do that here as well. I'm going to put a couch cushion and a pillow on top of that. I'm just turning to the side so that you can kind of see how this goes. And then I'm going to lean back and sneak a little something else underneath the back side of my knees here. There we go. So make sure your tailbone stays flat on the ground, and then just take your legs out long, lay back, let your head, neck, and shoulders relax. If you'd rather put the bottoms of your feet together and let your knees fall open, that's okay too. And then just breathe. Close your eyes. I'm going to leave one hand just resting softly there on my belly so I can feel my breath. And slow it down, smooth and steady. And let the sounds and the thoughts of the world around you just start to fade off into the distance. All you have to do right now is be here and relax. You've got full support underneath your spine. So again, just whatever you can find around the house. If you're just joining us, doing a little bit of some restorative work today. And then with that support under your back, you're able to fully just relax into what should feel like a little gentle back bend, a soft heart opener here. Once you've settled in, found your breath, then just take a moment to scan through your body. Notice what you feel from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. Taking all the time you need to let each and every little place relax. We're going to stay right here for just another minute or so. Breathing smooth and steady. I kind of like when Babe lays next to me in restorative yoga class. It's nice to have somebody next to you again, right? I can pretend like like I'm back in the studio and it's full of people and everybody's relaxing together. And animals are just good for your soul, I think. So wherever you're at, whatever's making you feel comfortable and relaxed today, be happy and grateful for it. Focus back in on your breathing. And then if you haven't already, put both hands on your belly or both hands somewhere on your body and just start to feel your breath move in and your breath move out. Again, inhale. Exhale it out. 3 more times. Now see how long you can make that breath in. Maybe just hold it for a second there. Exhale slowly back out. 1 more time. Deep inhale. Exhale completely. And then slowly, gently, keep yourself relaxed, but just lift your hands up off your belly, roll your wrists around a few times. If your knees are open, you can start to draw them back together. And then pick up one foot, roll that ankle. And keep going on your wrists. Set one foot down, other one picks up, roll it out. And then stretch the legs out long, the arms up and over. Just take a full body stretch right there. And slowly release. You can drag those knees in. We're just going to roll over and carefully help yourself up. Hello. Oh, some new friends have joined me. Well, welcome, welcome. I said at the beginning, we're going to do some restorative work today. And if restorative's not your thing, give it a whirl. Your body needs it. I promise you that much. I know that some people love it and some people resist it, but we all need a little bit more every now and again, and we haven't done a good restorative class in a while, so. This one's for my relaxy friends out there. Come on up from that seated or from that reclining position to find a seat and just stretch your legs out in front of you for a moment. You don't have to do anything fancy. Just feel it out. This is also sort of selfishly for me. I just woke up this morning feeling kind of groggy and tired and a little bit run down. So trying to be good at setting an example, right? It's my job to do that. And so listening to my body said, do something soft and slow and restorative today. So that's what we're going to do. Moving into Janu Shirshasana is going to be our first little forward fold here. Remember, in the restorative world, propping is everything. You really want to get yourself as comfortable as possible. So you can open whichever knee you want to the side, and then see I've just taken this little, I found this little perfect size pillow that's going to go right there. And then I might grab another pillow just to put kind of in my lap so that as I lean forward and go for this deeper stretch, I've got something holding up the weight of my torso for me a little bit. Fine. You could even go bigger again and find that couch cushion, and then you've really got support all the way down. Most importantly here, you just want to be able to feel a pretty soft stretch in your back. Doesn't need to be alarming in any way. I can't stress that enough. You don't have to work at this. Just some length in the spine and some length in the hamstrings, and then everything else is about that process of surrender, the process of letting go. So make sure you can really do that. Relax your head, chest, relax your belly. Sometimes it takes a moment or two to get all the little fidgets out of the way, and then find some stillness and just breathe. So every Wednesday back before everything changed in life, we were doing a stretchy nap, kind of right smack dab in the middle of the week, just as kind of a reminder to all of us that we do need this side of yoga as much as we need the other side, and that in doing so, you build up a little bit more of that balance, because that's all that yoga really ever asks of us, is to seek some balance, to enjoy, everything in moderation, but to always try to find some balance in your practice, in your life, in your body, in your mind, in your breath. So use these moments here. Try to find where you could balance things out a little bit. How do the shoulders feel? How do the hips feel? Where are you at in your mind? If you've got a lot of exciting, intense thoughts going on, try to balance that out with also just clearing some space in your brain. Babe. Here, thank you. Can you find some balance between your breath in and your breath out, smooth and steady, so that your inhale feels and sounds just like your exhale? here and then we'll switch. Think you can relax just a little bit deeper into this one. Now's the time to do so. Exhale. And then slowly bring it up. As you come out of that rounded back position, you might feel just a little bit stiff in the spine. So remove a few of your props. Right. And then just let yourself kind of twist around a little bit. Side to side. Good. Okay, keep this leg in position. Now we're going to bring both feet together and find Baddha Konasana. And here again, if you've got another pillow for the other side, you want to get both of your legs supported. So if that's something, here we go, kind of wedged in on each side, hips can relax. I don't have to work on that. And then I can save my biggest pillow or bolster makeshift out here in front. So I would really like to start teaching Stretchy Nap again, and I know there's quite a few people who are interested, and so we would probably have to do it outside. But we can't share props and things anymore. So starting next week, I'm going to put together some little packages. I just had all of the props at the studio professionally sanitized and cleaned, so I think I'm just going to sell them. And people can buy their own bolster, block, blanket, and then bring it to class, and it's theirs to have and keep and clean and sanitize and all of that, so that you have your own stuff. So putting together some little packages, and then I'll let you guys know, and people will be able to just buy their own stuff right from me. So gently used, but clean. Let me know your thoughts on that. Anyway, here we are in Baddha Konasana. So we've got the knees open, the hips are relaxing, bottoms of the feet together, and then a little something, again, out in front just to rest your body on or toward. And let your head drop down. Even if your forehead doesn't come down, it might feel good to just hang the head in that forward position for a few breaths and stretch the back of your neck. Find your breath again. How deeply can you breathe into the backside of your body? Can you get the space between your shoulder blades to rise and fall? to take any tension out of your cheekbones, your jaw, corners of the eyes, corners of the mouth. If it helps to bring your hands up to your face and just do a little squeezing. Find some of those tension release spots above your eyebrows, your temples, to your thumbs back at the hinge of your jaw. I think we're okay to touch our own faces again, but if you don't want to touch your face, you don't have to. Just make sure you wash your hands after your practice. And you're always also welcome to just bring your palms out front and let your forehead rest right there in your hands. About another minute right here. If you're wanting more deep stretch, then relax your body as far forward as it's comfortable. Keep softening the hips. And slowly inhale, roll it up. So we've found that kind of forward position a few times now, and we're going to do it once more. Again, if your back gets a little tight there, I know mine does, then gently twist it out side to side a couple times. Giving yourself a moment here as well to just remember which side you still need to switch to. So now the other leg out long, you can keep that opposite knee, the one that you haven't done yet, open, just like your seated tree pose again here. Getting set up. Other side, Janu Shirshasana. We'll do the same thing here in a moment. Okay. Whatever you need out in front, just right on top of that long straight leg, and then one more time. Here we go, back into the same position. So we're really working on lengthening out the lumbar spine today, getting that low back good and stretched out. I woke up with my low back just screaming tight this morning, so we're doing some low back. Not an active pulling stretch. Remember, restorative asks you to do the opposite. It says, hey, can you still get to that place by simply just letting go? Letting gravity help you out, letting your breath do the work for you. So find a place where you're comfortable and then just soften. Try to relax your muscles and let them hang off your bones. Softening the forehead. Keep working on those cheekbones. Letting the shoulder blades relax on the spine. So some restorative teachers, some yin teachers would tell you that absolutely zero fidgeting. That fidgeting is just a way of distracting yourself. And that's true, it is. Whether or not you like it, a lot of us fidget when we're uncomfortable, right? To kind of give ourselves something else to think about. But if you do need to move a little bit and the movement is mindful and you're really getting something out of it, then I say a little movement here and there in a pose is okay. Especially if it's taking you to a new spot in the posture that you might not have felt. Rolling the neck, all that stuff really just might enhance the posture for you. So if you need a little movement, as long as you know why you're moving, go for it. Really focus on the breathing. About 5 more full exhales right here. Each one is going to take you softer and further into your posture. Two. One more big breath in. Exhale completely. All right, and then bring it up. Last time here, coming to sit tall. Slowly remove everything underneath and on top of you, just so that you can take it all back out one last time. Shake it loose here. Roll the head around halfway and back. And then we'll just sneak a quick little spinal twist in here. So not really a restorative pose, but it'll feel good. Bring your right knee up close, hug that knee and sit up tall. Exhale, and you can work around behind you into a little bit deeper twist if you'd like. Three. Two. And one. Get around the other way. And bring your opposite knee in. Same thing. Just a lengthening inhalation up nice and tall. Exhale, twist. Three. Two. And one. All right. Back to the front. Good. Tuck your ankles in here. We're going to take a down dog, which is also not a restorative pose, but just momentarily so that we can set up for half pigeon pose. We'll do a good deep half pigeon today. If you'd rather take pigeon on your back, then you'll lay down. If you need to see how to do this first, you can watch before you go anywhere. You just lay down. We did this figure 4 stretch just yesterday or the day before. So it's crossing one ankle over, arms right through here. And then you would use your pillows for underneath your head, you know, or propping up wherever else you need it. Otherwise, you can just step yourself back and get a good look at Babe. She's totally passed out on the mat behind me. All right, so I'm gonna work around her a little bit, but really we're just gonna draw forward whichever side you want to do first here. So I'm gonna pull my right knee up. Shin is across my mat. I might use one pillow here underneath the backside of my right hip so that that's good. Feels nice. And then I've still got a couple more things out here. I'll go bolster underneath again. And once more, name of the game is to find the shape. So whichever leg is underneath of you, make sure you can feel that in both sides. If your right knee is bent, keep pulling your left hip bone forward a little bit so that your hips are nice and square in the posture. If it's left, pull the right, and then relax. Focus on your breath. And after a little while, you may start to notice that your hip, your foot, your ankle, everything gets a little bit tingly. And that's okay. Just means that we're getting some good compression in the hip and the knee joint. And knowing that we won't be here forever, but we will be here for a little bit longer, so just give your mind a break. Don't worry about timing, that's my job. I'll let you know when it's time to move. You can just really sink in. Bring yourself up. Lift your chest. Good. Can remove anything that you need to from underneath. And then step it back to down dog, or however you comfortably want to switch sides. So if you want to take a down dog in between, or maybe just want to do a little tabletop cat and cow, sounds kind of nice to me right now. All right, and then slide that opposite knee forward. Stretch your other leg back behind you. Working your shin across the mat. So in this case, I've got my left knee leading my left shin across. That means my right frontal hip bone is going to pull forward. I'm probably going to want a little bit of some prop right there underneath that hip. And then same thing, bolster out in front. Get yourself totally situated. I know using your homemade props is not quite like the real thing, but hey, it's pretty darn close. We'll work with what we got, right? All right, relax in. Same thing, nowhere to be, nothing to do, just let it all go. You see that feel of your breath in the backside of your body here. Just be aware of it. There's a little rise and fall in the space between your shoulder blades. No tension in the neck, no tension in the jaw. Going back to that idea of balance here. Just notice if you can feel where there might be some imbalance. Try to make a slight adjustment. Get your hips in a place where they both feel equally alive. Can you find some balance in the upper body? Starting to get a few of those little tingles in your toes, your feet, your ankles. Stay with it just a little bit longer here. Remember that the two sides of your body are most likely never going to feel exactly the same. That's true for almost all of us. Generally, there's always going to be a little bit of imbalance because that's life, right? It's not always balanced. We don't do everything perfectly in harmony all the time. It would be nice, but it's generally not very true. So oftentimes, we get into routines where we do things the same way all the time. If you're right-handed, you probably do a lot of things leading with the right. If you're left-handed, you probably do a lot of things leading with the left. And these little imbalances over time just build up in the body. And so if you can feel that, maybe the second side is considerably different than the first, or you need more time here, stay as long as you'd like. You can always catch up with us later. No big deal. That's true of any posture, obviously. All right, we're going to come up, slowly release that one. If, again, you want to take it back and stretch in down dog for a moment, you can. If you want to move to your hands and knees, you can. Get your props out of the way, or you can just come around back into a seat, however you want to do it. A little bit of movement in the spine, again, neck, shoulders, work it all out. And then we just got one last little pose left to do. And for this one, if you have a wall nearby, find it. Even if you have to get up and move a little bit, and you don't need very much wall space whatsoever, just enough. So I'm going to make a little adjustment here for you guys. We'll just move back to this one. There we go. All right, so here's my little wall. And we'll do a good old-fashioned legs up the wall here with a few different variations. So, the best thing to do is get really close to the wall and kind of roll in from the side. And so, make sure your props are all nearby, whatever you want, because once you get on this wall, you're going to want everything to be kind of closened up. And then just roll in, get yourself right up on that wall. Booty on the baseboard. That's how close you want to be. Then you've got some options here. If you've got big bolster you want to put behind you, you can. Keep your chest a little bit up, but you do want your low back to stay flat on the ground. So, here you go. You can hear there's lots of action on my street today. Hopefully nothing else is gonna crash. There's been some crashes on my block lately, so I'm hoping people are done running into each other today. Hips came up. You can see what I did here. I put another blanket underneath just to support them. So even though my back is now no longer flat on the ground, it's still flat onto my prop. That feels really nice. I've got some elevation there now. And then just relax. In the first few moments, we'll just throw those legs right up the wall. Goal is to not let your legs work. So, wiggle your feet a few times. Remind yourself that from this moment on, those feet are just going to float up there. They don't have to go anywhere. They don't have to work hard. Get all of the rest of your body relaxed. I like to put my hands on my belly or my hip bones here, just for a little support. You can also throw an extra pillow on top of you if that reminds you to relax, or a blanket. And then we're going to do some breath work here. So, body settled in. And then we'll start simply. On your next inhale, just count along with your breath. Notice how long the duration of your in-breath is. So, for instance, I'm going to breathe for 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to exhale the same amount. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Out for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time like that. Smooth, steady breath. Now, whatever your number is, breathe to it. Might be more, might be less. Exhale for the same amount of time. Next, inhale, breathe again. I'll use 4 as my example once again. 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to hold for half the duration. Keep the breath in. So half of 4 is just 1, 2. Now exhale completely. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay empty for 2, 1. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Stay empty. Start again. Now work with your own number. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Start again. 3 more rounds on your own. Breathe in. Out. All right, and then just let your breathing come back to its own natural rhythm. We're going to go into one more version of legs up the wall here. You're just going to walk your feet down the wall now. And I'll give you 2 options. If you want, you can keep your feet just like this. Kind of wrap your arms around your legs and then push your feet and your tailbone into the wall and really just stretch out your back. That one you might want to take something out from underneath your head and really enjoy laying everything and the back of your head down flat on the mat. It's up to you. Or you can step your feet out a little bit wider on the wall, turn your toes out a little bit, put your elbows inside, hands at your heart, just like you're doing Malasana, big squat. We do this pose, upright all the time. We're just squatting down, so you can do it here on the wall as well. It helps you really lengthen out your low back, open up the creases of your hips. Or perhaps a third option would be to put the bottoms of your feet together. Yeah, on the wall, and then your hands just press into your knees. You're not forcing the stretch, you're just kind of letting your hands rest there, still keeping that tailbone connected as well. Just a few more moments of breathing right here. You can go right back to that same breath practice, and if you'd like, you can make it a full square now. So instead of half the duration hold, try to go the same number all the way around. So I would breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd hold the inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. I'd exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 1. Try another round or two on your own, and if you don't like that breath, it's okay. You can just work on smoothing out your inhales and exhales. Enjoy the length of your spine on the mat. Enjoy keeping your tailbone heavy. If you started in one of those other variations and you want to switch and try one of the other two, now would be a good time to just switch a different leg position, but maintain the connection of your back on the earth and breathe just a little bit longer. I swear to God, if Instagram tells me I can't post this video because there's music in the background from cars driving by, I'm going to be really pissed off. Alright, I probably won't be pissed. I'm trying not to be pissed about things in life anymore, but that'll be a first. I'll just say that much. Wherever you're at, let's release. Bring those knees in if they're not there already. Now, if you really like legs up the wall and you want to go back and just stay right here for your Shavasana today, that's a great place to stay. This pose will really, really do wonders for you. It's great for your spine. It's great for your hips. It's great for your hamstrings. Ladies, if you have really bad cramps during your cycle, this pose, especially with a little warm heating pad on your belly, is like heavenly. So it really will help you, make you feel much better. If you don't have the time for all that today, that's all right. Come on out slowly. You can pick any other comfortable place that you might want to relax for your Shavasana. If you liked how we started of just putting something underneath your legs, something behind your back, and then just laying back into that supported fish pose, that might feel really good at this moment as well. So I'll let you get settled in here. Pick your favorite spot. This is sort of a silly camera angle. And then take a couple of exaggerated breaths out just to get your body relaxed here. And one more time, breathe in. Let everything go on this breath out. I want you to stay right where you're at. I'm going to get into my Shavasana today and stay there I'm going to shoot for 20 minutes because I really need it. But I want you to just be able to relax for as long as you would like. So I will say thank you to you right now. Thank you for taking care of your body. Thank you for hopping on and giving yourself the gift of chilling out. Be sure that you take a couple more moments of rest at the end to just soak it all up. Tomorrow, we'll be back at 10 a.m. We'll do some flow. I'm back tonight for Ashtanga down by the river in Northeast. If you want to come join us at the Sheridan Memorial Park. It's that big rusty globe looking thing down by the river. That's where we'll be. In between now and then, I hope you take good care of yourself, take good care of each other. Have a wonderful sunshiny day. Namaste.